My wife returned from her friend's wedding with an STD. I didn't argue. I filed for divorce and delivered a revenge she'll never forget. Hello Reddit, talkative here. My name is Julian Hale, and a year ago, I thought my life was set. I was 38, married to a woman I believed was my soulmate. Her name was Camille, 34, and I loved her more than words could ever express. We had been together for nearly a decade, 4 years of dating, 5 years of marriage. She was my partner, my anchor, the person I imagined raising children with. We had gone through heartbreak together, 2 miscarriages that nearly tore us apart. But I stayed, held her through the grief, promised her a brighter tomorrow. If you asked me back then, I'd have sworn Camille was the one person I could trust with my life. But I was wrong. It all started with an invitation. A close friend of hers from college was getting married in Miami, a fancy beach wedding with a week-long celebration. We couldn't afford both of us going, and I had a big project at work, so Camille insisted on going alone. I remember dropping her off at the airport. She kissed me like nothing was wrong, hugged me tight, whispered, "I love you, Jules." And like a fool, I believed her. She came back glowing, told me all about the dancing, the music, the cocktails, the sunset over the ocean. She laughed, she smiled, she touched me like she'd missed me. That night, we made love like we always did, and I fell asleep thinking I was the luckiest man alive. But 3 weeks later, my body betrayed me. At first, I thought it was just fatigue, stress, maybe my diet, but the pain wouldn't go away. So I went to the doctor. The results shattered me, an STD. I actually laughed in the doctor's office. I told him, "That's impossible. I'm married. I've only ever been with my wife." He gave me a look I'll never forget. Calm, pitying, cold. "Sometimes," he said, "the people we trust the most are the ones who hurt us the deepest." I didn't believe it. I went to another clinic. Same result. That night, I sat in my car in the driveway for hours, staring at the front door, wondering who was inside, my wife or a stranger. I didn't confront her right away. I watched, waited, searched for cracks. Her phone was spotless, too spotless. No texts, no calls, no hints of anything. Either she was too careful, or he wasn't someone she texted at all. Then one evening, while cleaning, I found it. Her purse was unzipped, and sticking out was a prescription bottle. Her name, antibiotics, for the same STD I had. My hands shook. My chest went hollow. I called out, "Camille, can you come here?" She walked in, drying her hands on a dish towel, smiling like nothing was wrong. I held up the bottle. "What's this?" Her smile froze. She blinked. "Oh, that's for a friend. I just picked it up for her." I laughed, not because it was funny, because it was insulting. "We're both getting tested, tonight." That's when the mask slipped. Panic, anger, desperation. She tried to fight it, but I told her, "I've already been tested. Twice. I'm infected. So explain, or I tell everyone." Her knees gave out. She crumpled onto the bed, sobbing, and then the story spilled out. The wedding, the drinking, running into an old college flame. She said she was drunk, said it just happened, said she didn't mean it. She wasn't apologizing. She was begging because she got caught. If I hadn't gotten sick, she would have buried it forever. That, more than the betrayal, destroyed me. I slept in the guest room. The next morning, I called a lawyer. We had no kids, the house was in my name, and I filed for divorce without saying a word. But I wasn't finished. Camille prided herself on her image, her charity events, book clubs, her little gossip circles. She loved playing the perfect wife. So I made sure that mask shattered. Anonymous letters, a few carefully worded emails, just enough to plant the seed. Ask Camille what really happened at Marissa's wedding. 2 days later, she was served divorce papers. When I got home, she was waiting at the door, red-eyed, trembling. "Julian, please don't do this. We can fix this." I looked her in the eyes and said, "I'm not punishing you. I'm freeing myself." Her tears didn't move me. Her begging didn't sway me. I walked past her without looking back. Within weeks, her reputation collapsed. She was kicked out of her charity board, her friends ghosted her, even her college flame blocked her. She sent me emails, desperate apologies, promises of change. I never replied. 7 months passed. I moved to a coastal town 2 hours away. New apartment, new job, therapy, healing. For the first time in years, I felt like myself again. Then one rainy Thursday night, I heard a knock at the door. Not the buzzer, a knock. Through the peephole, I saw her, Camille, soaked, shaking, clutching a worn-out tote bag. I opened the door an inch. Her eyes were swollen, her voice weak. "Hi, can we talk?" I let her in, not because I missed her, but because I wanted to see what 7 months of consequences looked like. She was a shell of the woman I once knew. Hair messy, clothes wrinkled, face hollow. She sat down heavily, like she was too tired to stand. I lost everything, she whispered. My parents cut me off. I lost my job. The charities don't want me. I'm staying with my cousin, but I can't anymore. I wanted to say I'm sorry. Really sorry. I looked at her calmly. I forgave you a long time ago, but forgiveness doesn't mean welcome back. Her lips trembled. I've changed. I want to make it right. I shook my head. You don't get to choose when your apology is accepted. You showed up here not for closure, but for rescue. You're lonely, and you want me to save you. But I stopped being your safety net the day you chose someone else. Tears streamed down her face. I miss us. I loved you. Love without loyalty isn't love, I said, standing to open the door. It's just manipulation dressed in pretty words. She looked at me one last time, nodded slowly, and walked back into the rain. Closure. I didn't feel anger. I didn't feel pity. What I felt was closure. Camille didn't just lose her husband. She lost the version of herself that had been worth fighting for. And me? I found something I never thought I'd have again. Not her, not marriage, not even love. I found myself.